AI has played a dirty trick on us.
And once you learn the trick, you'll be able to write apps of any complexity without the limitations of vibe coding.
Here's the trick. AI is not a person. AI is a tool. And it's a tool that tricked you into thinking it's a person. Be honest. How often do you write in all caps, yelling at AI for its mistakes? And yet, do you ever yell at a hammer for missing the nail? It's tragic because our potential for prolific creation and productivity is greater than at any time in history. But the tool trains us to use it wrong. We yell at the tool for not working. The tool apologizes, like a hammer apologizing for missing the nail. We feel vindicated. We move on. We make the same mistakes over and over. So if AI isn't a person, what is it? AI, or more specifically, a large language model, is an inference machine. That is, based on some kind of input, it infers some output. Let's look at an example of what this means. Rather than talking to our bot like a person, we'll give it an inference task. We have a sentence. We want it to fill the blank. On one side, we have, I went to the, and on the other side, we have, to buy some peanut butter. Basically, we're providing two solid endpoints and letting the AI fill the gap. We've constrained the problem enough that there's only one reasonable answer. We made it so hard to mess up that we can trust the AI to always respond with store. Or rather, we made it so we don't have to trust the AI. Maybe this seems trivial or obvious, but consider what it means. When we started, you may have believed that AI was irredeemably unreliable, but we now have at least one case where AI will reliably give you only the correct answer. Let's look at how to do this with code. Instead of writing a fill-in-the-blank sentence, we'll write a function signature. Here, the signature acts as the start and end points for the function, where the arguments describe what the data looks like coming in, and the return type describes what we need going out. In this case, the function name is sufficient to tell the AI what the function does. With this level of clarity, the AI can't get it wrong. The nice thing about this is that even if I don't know the answer myself, I can still get a reliable answer. Let me show you what I mean. If you can figure this out in your head, you're a legend. And if not, no worries. Your AI tools can. Okay, enough fooling around. Let's do something useful. I have this friend who's a dancer, and totally not an AI-generated video. Sometimes she'll make videos like this in landscape mode, and she wants to crop it to portrait for TikTok and Instagram. If she crops it in a single location, she'll move out of frame. So what we really want is a dynamic crop that follows her as she moves. If there's an existing tool that does this well, I don't know what it is. So let's make one ourselves. I have no idea how to code the computer vision algorithms we need, but that's okay. All I really need is to know what I want and how to break that into pieces. So at the heart of it, I just want a single function. It takes an input path for the video file and an output path for the cropped video. Now in this case, the function name alone isn't quite enough to communicate what I want, so we'll add a docstring to give some more information. From here, we have a choice. We can let the AI run with it, or we can give it more guidance. This is actually a pretty complex task, so let's give it more information on how to think about this. So to crop this video, the first thing I need is a list of positions where the motion is for any given frame. Let's create a stub and tell it what we want it to do. Here we just tell it that we need a list of the X positions that represents the center of where the motion is happening in each frame. Now if I think about this problem, I realize that it might have trouble with the start and end frames because it detects motion by comparing adjacent frames, and the start and end frame have fewer adjacent frames. And again, we create a stub for this function. For the docstring, I'm just telling it what the function needs to do. If you don't know the exact pipeline you want to send your data through, that's okay. Trial and error is part of the process. I'm not saying you have to be a perfect planner. Treat this as the base level skill that you can always return to when other methods hit a wall. Okay, now we've analyzed the motion, adjusted for start and end frames, smoothed out the jitter, and applied easing to make the movement look natural. Once the positions go through the full pipeline, we'll send them into the final cropper function, and that will save our cropped video.
We're giving it the input path, the output path, and our final list of positions. This is now enough information that even for a very complex algorithm like this, the AI should have no trouble implementing each of these functions perfectly. We have built the architecture. Now, we sit back and watch the magic. Alright, our script is done. Now for the moment of truth. We'll run this with our original video, and here it is. One perfectly cropped video, custom made by a powerful script we didn't have to write. The implications here are profound. Vibe coding can only get you so far, and even as it gets better and better, it always hits a wall. But using this technique, understanding how to structure problems as inference tasks, understanding how to break problems down to make them easy for AI to solve, we can write code for any amount of complexity, reliably. That means that with this technique, we can solve any problem that can be solved with code. And if we're clever, we can solve a lot of problems with code. AI is not a person. But you, a person, can achieve more than you ever thought possible if you ignore the hype and learn the real discipline of working with AI. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. This rabbit hole goes way deeper than I can show you in one video. And to show you how to truly master AI, I need you to help my channel grow. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and comment below with your thoughts and questions.